Collegiate record is held by Jenny Behringer, now Simpson. Meet record by Leah O'Connor. And this is Katie Camarena.
Camarena from Portland State. She had the second fastest qualifier last night, 4:33.20. 3 women in this race ran personal best last night. Barnett of Virginia and 2 Colorado runners, Degenero and MacArthur. And there is Cinta Visa, anchored the DMR, which got 6th. And this race is going to be just like the men's earlier. It's going to be so quick and tactical. What's going to make the difference is who can make the moves, where they're the most efficient going into those final 2 laps, but they're taking it out rather quickly already, Dwight.
Fun fact on Katie Camarena, she attended high school at San Juan Hills High School in San Juan Capistrano. That is the school where I coached the high jumpers. And went up to Portland State, and now she finds herself in the finals of the women's mile at the NCAA Indoor Championships in her final year.
Also in this, Julia Haymack from Stanford. She had the 3rd fastest qualifier last night at 4:33.24.
Olivia Howell of Illinois with the early lead, followed closely by Micaela Degenero of Middle Tennessee, who now slips into the lead. In 3rd, that is Rachel MacArthur of Colorado. And then Mia Barnett of Virginia, who made it through on a time qualifier. She led her heat and paid the price, but it was a fast enough race that she got through on time.
That's what's going to make a big difference in this women's mile right now, is who ran really efficient last night, enough to make the final, but has enough juice left in their legs in order to run this tactical race. And we always know it comes down to that last lap when it opens up and becomes a sprint.
70.7 for the first 440 yards. Remember, this is a mile, the only non-metric distance that's run at these championships.
Getting a little bunched up. You just saw Cinta Visa from Ole Miss tangling up. She's in the maroon, or excuse me, blue with the dark blue bottoms with Ole Miss and the red across her chest on the outside. She was the top qualifier last night. She won the SEC Indoor Mile crown and then anchored the DMR that also won in College Station just a couple weeks ago.
Katie Camarena made a big move in the finishing stretch to take herself from the back of the pack into 4th place.
And those first couple laps is just to get that established position. You do need to go out a little bit quicker to make sure that you don't get bunched up in traffic. We saw a lot of tripping and falling in the men's races earlier, and you've got to make sure that you stay out of trouble and yet not run all the way out into lane 2 like Visa is right now, because she's running a lot further distance than she needs to.
So 2:21.6 at the 880, so a even slower second 440 yards. Also watch out for number 3, Julia Haymack of Stanford. She's back there around 8th place now, but she has a way of weaving her way up into the contenders right before the bell.
She does. I had a great talk with her yesterday, and she said being patient right there. She's got Stanford on her chest. Being patient is what she really needs to do. A lot of times in the final, runners will get antsy right around here, just like Virginia did. They're starting to make some moves. Everybody starts getting a little nervous because they're still bunched up, meaning that every single one of these women have kicks. But for Haymack, she said, I have to have better tactics right here. I don't need to panic, and I just need to stay in contact and run efficiently and make my moves like she is on the outside in the maroon and black bottoms right now, tangling with Visa from Ole Miss.
Micaela Degenero and Katie Camarena sharing the leading duties, but these runners are forced wide because of the slow pace as they come up to the 3/4 mile mark. 3:32.38, so it still continues to be a 71 second 440 yards, and now a breakaway. That is Micaela Degenero of Colorado, and she ups the ante.
Yes, she did, boy, and it's like poker. You got to get in the game, and then you can start playing your chips. She had a personal best yesterday of 4:34.19, and this last lap was the one that you're hurting. You've got to make sure that you have enough juice in the tank, and she sat back there and just made a move, and she made it with authority.
She's doing it from 440 yards out, and only Cinta Visa is really in contention to catch her. Colorado, Boulder, they train and live at altitude, so she is not in oxygen debt like she would be if she was up there. No one is going to catch her. She has to fall down in order to lose. Micaela Degenero of Colorado. Cinta Visa is trying to gather herself and catch her. It's just not going to happen. Visa will get second for Ole Miss, and another Colorado buff is going to get fourth because Cincinnati comes up with Ellie Leather in third, but Colorado goes first and fourth in the women's mile.
Wow, 4:33.92. Genero betters her personal best from last night, and this race gets so tactical. It was a little bit slower in the middle, and that allows Degenero all the way out on the left side of your screen in the white to come in, and look at how well she made this move. She cuts back in nice and even. She doesn't jerk back in, and that doesn't jack your stride pattern. And now look, just the kick. Whoo, she ran how about that? Personal best last night in the prelims, and comes back almost a second faster for a national title and a new personal best.
That was a blistering last 440 yards, and it really paid off. Micaela Degenero wins the mile over Cinta Visa, Ellie Leather, and her teammate Rachel MacArthur, and the new champion is downstairs with John.
All right, if you're going to make a move, be definitive when you go, maybe a little extra, a little earlier than we thought. Give us your plan and why you went then.
Well, honestly, my plan going in was just to find my comfort spot earlier in the race and just kind of see how it unfolds. I'm comfortable running from the back, so I wanted to stay out of trouble. Went to the back early. Felt good with 2 laps to go, and so I kind of just went for it. With 200 to go, I was like, uh-oh, maybe I went a little early, but, you know, my high school coach always said if you make a move, you have to slam the door, so I just tried to hold on for dear life, and I guess no one came back, so I wasn't expecting that.
Well, you make it sound dire, but in the end, it looked like it was very easy, and Colorado has yet another women's mile champion. Right, Jill?
That's right, John. Sage Herta winning the title last year, back-to-back for the Buffs in the women's mile, plus first and fourth place finishers here in Birmingham. A great race by Degenero.